Arsenal is taking on Liverpool tomorrow or today in there. That is going to be the first leg in there for the Carabao Cup in there. Remember, it would have been the second leg of the Carabao Cup at Anfield, but the first game that was supposed to be held at the Emirates Stadium in there, it didn't happen because Liverpool reported COVID-19 cases and they couldn't raise a team that could really come in and play tournament in there. Welcome to Rokani Football Podcast. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? This is the Rokani Football Podcast in there. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you happen to be watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. As we speak right about now, a team which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur is hosting Chelsea at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And remember, Chelsea has a 2-goal advantage in there. And let's wait and see who is really going to be the first to be in the final, because Chelsea already have one foot in the final. And if at all they can get a positive result or a draw out of this, they're really going to see themselves go through into the Carabao Cup, and they're really going to be the first team to go in there. And they'll be waiting between Arsenal and Liverpool in there, who is really going to come through and do that. Remember, the game of Arsenal versus the side which goes by the names of Liverpool that was supposed to take place at Emirates, that is the first leg in there. It's really going to be played on the 20th. I think it was rescheduled on the 20th of January in there. So after Arsenal playing Liverpool today, they will play Tottenham Hotspur over the weekend, and the midweek Arsenal will go on to play a side which goes by names of Liverpool in there. The EAPL came out and really rescheduled that game in there. So that's how it's really going to happen. But tomorrow, all today, Arsenal is really going to take on a side which goes by the names of Liverpool in there. But Arsenal has lots of absentees, and most of you are asking yourself, how is the predicted Arsenal lineup going to look like in there? But you know, us here on the Rokani Football Podcast, we do bring you things as how they're really going to stand in there for you, and we go immediately into this predicted Arsenal starting 11 versus a side which goes by names of Liverpool in there. Remember, this is the Rokani Football Podcast, and if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, let's go to this, because most of you have been waiting for this. Well, that's the stadium where the game is really going to take place. It's Liverpool hosting this one in there. You very much know that is the Carabao Cup semi-final in there. Liverpool taking on a side which goes by names of Arsenal. And who is the main man for, who is the key player for a team which goes by names of Liverpool? It's none other than Roberto Firmino in there, because Roberto Firmino has been doing great in there, and he had all the rights to come in and take over, because Mo Salah and Sadio Mane are away at the AFCON in there, and Sadio Mane endeavored to give his team a win. That is Senegal. They won by 1-0 in there. And a team which goes by the names of Egypt lost to Nigeria in there by 1-0 in there. That was scored by Ikenacho, who plays for a team which goes by the names of Leicester City in the Premier League in there. So Arsenal's key players, and they're really looking forward to come in and take over this game in there. That is Bukayo Saka and Martinelli in there. Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe are expected to come in and really do great into this team here of Arsenal, as they take on the side which goes by names of Liverpool in there. So those are the key players for a team which goes by names of Arsenal. And here at the Rokani Football Podcast, we bring you the predicted Arsenal starting lineup as they go on and play a side which goes by names of Liverpool. That is Anfield in there. Very nice stadium, and people that have been there and players that have played there, they say that it's one of the most stadiums where people really come in and support their own. We start off with Bernard Leno in there. Remember, this is the tournament that was left for to play in because Arsenal were knocked out of their FA Cup. Remember, Bernard Leno was in goal too, and he was really very much exposed in there because he really did 2 saves, but that one that really got Nottingham Forest a win or a lead, he couldn't save it in there, and you cannot blame it to him. You blame Ben White for not really blocking that cross from coming to reach Graydon, the forward of a team which goes by names of Nottingham, that really came through and scored in. That is Bernard Leno in there. He's going to be in goal in there. Tomiyasu Tokohiro returning from injury, and he impressed a lot, and the manager feels like it's the right time to come in and really play him into the right back position, because he is a solid player in there for a team which goes by names of Liverpool in there for you. That is Tokohiro Tomiyasu in there. For a team which goes by names of Arsenal, that is Tokohiro Tomiyasu. Kian Tierney, as you see him there, I know the manager is very much annoyed with a player who goes by the names of Nuno Tavares after substituting him in the 30th minute of the game of a team which goes by names of Nottingham in there, where he really played him very well and he came through and did the needful, but the manager was not satisfied, and it looked like Nuno Tavares was not following the orders of the manager in there, so they decided to come in through and take him off to bring in Kian Tierney, and that sends us a clear signal that, like it or not, it's Kian Tierney starting into this big game of Liverpool, because Arteta needs a trophy, needs this trophy badly. He needs it badly, and we wait and see what he's really going to do into this encounter of a team which goes by names of Liverpool versus Arsenal. But we expect Kian Tierney to play off the left back position in there. When you look at the central defense, it's Ben White in there. I expect Ben White to come in through and play very well in here for a side which goes by the names of Arsenal there into that central defense. Remember, their partnership with Gabriel Magalhaes has really done well in there, and they've really tried to contain and get used to the Premier League in there, especially Gabriel Magalhaes is putting up brilliant performances in there. Though he really did something stupid that I didn't like, when he really got what we call a stupid red card against a team which goes by names of Man City. A stupid card that you would have not got in there, and he really came up and did something bad in there that will see him out of the Tottenham Hotspur game. They are really going to play on a side which goes by on Saturday. I think they're playing on Saturday, Sunday. I think it's going to be Sunday in there, because they are playing on a Thursday. So Arsenal really has a very tricky fixture in there. We go up to the midfielders in there. The midfielders, Lokonga, I think, is one of the midfielders that is left at the team which goes by names of Arsenal. So I really feel like he is really going to start into that central midfield, because Grant Xhaka tested positive for COVID-19, and we know he's really not going to be present in there. That is a man who goes by names of Lokonga, and surprisingly, most of you didn't saw this coming, but to me, I really see it coming, that Patino is really going to be to that midfield of Liverpool, because Arsenal have no option in there. Maitland-Niles, who would have been playing that position, has already been sold, has already been loaned to a team which goes by names of AS Roma, and via the weekend they played against Juventus, and they played that right back position very well, and a team which goes by names of Juventus won by 4-3 after Pellegrini missing out on a penalty that was given to AS Roma into the dying minutes of the game, and Juventus managed to get itself the 3 points in there for you. Someone will say, why not Emily Smith-Rowe? I really feel like in a game like this, you might be having a very good balance onto your bench. And when you look at the bench of Arsenal, who are you really going to bring in? The best substitute that can bring in is Emily Smith-Rowe. I don't see any other player who can really come through and do the backup very well in there. So when you look at that, is Patino into that midfield in there. He's really going to come and do some great work into there. That is Patino in there, who really came through in the game of Sunderland and scored the 5th goal and excited many Arsenal fans in there. Martin Odegaard, obviously to me, he's the best player of Arsenal onto the pitch right about now in there, and is the attacking midfielder playing into that central position, trying to do and really build those attacks through the central axis of the of the midfield in there. Martin Odegaard to me is the best player of Arsenal. He sees out good passes, and if at all Lacazette or Kian Tierney makes a very good run, you expect him really to deliver the best that is expected to come out of him. That is a man who goes by the names of Martin Odegaard in there for you. Smash the like button, comment and share. You can as well go into the comment section and tell us what you think about this team that we are really talking about in here. Now we go to another player that we think that is going to be well much included into this game. It's none other than Bukayo Saka, one of the talented players that Arsenal is having, and in the previous games has been doing well, though in the game of Nottingham Forest, where Arsenal really went ahead to lose, he really never came up and did the needful that we expected out of him in there. That is a player who goes by the names of Bukayo Saka and is attacking forward in there, playing off the right attacking side of the midfield. Martinelli Gabriel is also an attacking forward in there for a side which goes by names of Arsenal in there, and we expect him to come through and start and play very well into that position in there. Remember, he benched Emily Smith-Rowe, and the manager came out and said that the fact is, when you look at how Martinelli is playing, he's playing better than Martinelli is. When you look at how Martinelli is playing, he's playing better than Emily Smith-Rowe, and there is no way you risk yourself to put on a player who goes by names of Martinelli off the pitch and give a player who goes by names of Martinelli in there. And give the player who goes by names of Emily Smith-Rowe. That's what the manager of Arsenal came out and said in his own words in there. So that is a player, that is the manager in there, and Martinelli is going to start because Arsenal really want to get at least a point, and they see on 20th with their players are back like a Grand Xhaka to see to it that they can really hold Liverpool in there as they hailed a team which goes by the names of Man City in there. Though the same hold collapsed in there when they really tried to go up at Nottingham Forest, and they failed really to get that win in there to go through into the next round of the FA Cup, and Arsenal were knocked out in there. So they come in there as wounded lions in there. That is Arsenal in there for you, and they're really going to see themselves trying to put up a fight. But I really feel like Liverpool are far much better than Arsenal, though they've lost some of their players to AFCON in the three of their players, Naby Keita, Mo Salah, and Sadio Mane. But I really think they are known to us like how Arsenal looks to be in the centre forward. It's really going to be a man who came in at Arsenal under the reign of Arsene Wenger, and he has scored a couple of goals, and he is really leading that line very well. That is a man who goes by the names of Lacazette Alexandria, who is rumored to be leaving Arsenal in the summer, and he does not want to renew his contract in there. Smash the like button, comment and share. So those are the players in there. Now allow me show you how these players are really going to come up and line up into the system of Arsenal, and my system I've chosen is a 4-3-3. Lego to the lineup and how it's really going to stand in there. Well, that's how I think Arsenal is really going to come out and stand up against the side which goes by names of Liverpool today in there, as they talk on the side which goes by names of Liverpool at Anfield. I know most of you are really having your own reservations, but you can as well go into the comment section and tell us what you think about this in here onto the Rokani Football Podcast in there. So that is a predicted lineup of Arsenal, and we expect them to start with Bernard Leno, Tomiyasu into the right back, Gabriel Magalhaes and Ben White to play into the central defense partnership in there. Now Kieran Tierney to play off the left back, Odegaard, Lokonga and Patino to play into that three-man midfield, as Lacazette will be leading the line with Saka playing as the right attacking midfielder and Martinelli playing as the left attacking midfielder in there for you, as Emily Smith-Rowe will be waiting to see whether he really comes in through onto that so-called team in there that Arteta is expected to put out in there. So that's what we had for you here today onto the Rokani Football Podcast. We've been broadcasting live from the African Cover Studios. Smash the like button, comment and share. That's how me and my team here at Rokani Football Podcast think Arsenal is really going to stand, but your reservations are welcome in the comment section below. We sign out for now. May the Almighty God be with you, and may his hand really reach you today. If at all you are ill, let him heal you. If at all you are really having financial burdens, let God bless you with more money, as he did to people into the Bible by blessing them with food in there. If at all you have 10,000, let God multiply it into hundreds of thousands in there, as Jesus turned 3 and 4 fish into 5 of thousands of fish in there. I'm out. Good night, my mates.